Right, okay. This would be the first night, but we didn't, so whatever.
I'll check.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Village Hall at 911 Church Street in Fredonia, New York, for today's Board of Trustees workshop on the September 10th, 2025 at 9 a.m. I'm Mayor Mike Ferguson. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All trustees are here. Trustee Twitchell.
Here.
Trustee Wendell.
Here.
Trustee Syracuse.
Here.
Trustee Brockler.
Here.
And Trustee Esperson.
Here.
Thank you. Begin the morning with resolutions. Abstract 775 through 778. Discussion?
Is this just to pay overtime expenses, is it?
All the bills.
I'm sorry,
All of the bills.
all of the bills, gotcha. Okay.
Quite a pile.
You feel that all of those have come in at this point? For the
She's
most
still
part?
working on putting August bills in, but that's what we paid in August.
Okay. Any other discussion on the abstracts? Number 2, 5042 West Main Street, West Main Road Water Connection. 5042 West Main Road Water Connection.
Is this for a house or a business?
Residential.
State's residential.
Residential.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, 'cause usually they include the size of the line. So I
That's,
took a ride out there and it's, here's a good trailer car.
oh, is it?
And it says residential, so I'm assuming it's gonna be a small line. Either way, there's plenty of water out there.
You mean they're building a trailer
There's already a
park
trailer park there, looks like they're going to come off the well.
Oh.
No one built the well.
to furnish the people that live there with
So
village
is it gonna be
water?
the whole,
It doesn't, yeah, I'm not sure what to say, that's why I was curious, I saw that.
Yeah. It doesn't, yeah, we don't have enough information.
Well, if there's a trailer park there, they're getting water already.
There's,
Yeah.
they off wells, and I think there's only 3 or 4
They're already getting
trailers,
water.
it's not a huge place, so.
It's not a real big one.
Yeah.
It's not like McClenathan's or, yeah.
But
Okay.
normally they would include the size of the line, so you can.
Right. Well,
we have time, can we see?
can we look into that? I know, to see what the size of the line would be required.
So you want to table this for now?
Well, we don't have to table it, we just,
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Get that
but
updated.
Get more
Get it ready
Get more
before the meeting.
information.
All right. Number 3, PPD contract approval.
Well, as you know, I want them to pay more than half of what our village residents pay.
So it was tabled at our last meeting. The people that tabled it, are you prepared to move forward with it? Did you get all your questions answered?
I did, I tabled it, and I did get my questions answered, yes.
Okay.
okay.
I'm good with moving forward.
In the interest of, especially since we tabled it, and so that way we can get this contract moving, especially because of the agreement to pay, the back pay and stuff, can we add this for tonight, actually?
I think we should, because there's a question as to whether we'll have a meeting on Monday or not, because
Correct. 'Cause there
some
won't
of
be a
us
quorum.
won't be present, so.
Yeah.
Could we have a meeting on Tuesday instead?
We understand that there's going to be 2 trustees not available on Monday,
Right,
Yeah.
so that would be playing it kind of close.
yeah.
Because if somebody else gets ill, then you're going to have to cancel the meeting.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, from what I see, the only thing that would be of any time constraint would be that PPD contract. We're gonna wait for more information on this Pomfret water district anyway. The only other thing would be, thinking about the academy for the firefighter hire. So we could just cancel next week.
And reschedule it for next week, or bring these items up these resolutions up tonight?
Just bring up the couple.
Do we need to move ahead with the firefighter hire, short term, or
Because our
would
next
2
meeting
weeks be a problem?
would be
I mean, the sooner the better, because there's a big process to get them,
29.
firefighter, civil service physical, firefighter physical, so it's a.
Okay, so we could do that one tonight then as well.
Yeah, let's do that one. What about the abstracts?
I mean, we can't, it's not a huge deal if we do or we don't.
Okay, fair enough.
So we'll just do number 3 and 4 tonight?
Okay, so we do 3 and 4 tonight then.
And then
Right.
our next meeting will then just not be until the 29th.
And we are going to reschedule because Michelle and I have a reschedule an appearance. Michelle and I asked Cassandra to come in and update everybody on the Lake Erie management project where they've been working on West Main.
Yeah.
We met with them the other day, absolutely beautiful, wonderful stuff. The next step is they're working down by the fire department and kind of working their way through. We had a lot of questions answered, and I asked that they provide it not only to the board, but to the general public, so everybody can see. They've
Right.
got the graphs up, they got some beautiful photos. They also have completed a stairway going down into the water, which is much safer than trying to slide down that bank. So those type of improvements will continue down Canada Way Creek, past Madison and on from there. So I will reschedule that once we've decided on the meeting.
That would
I'll
be
call.
great.
Yeah. There's nothing else under resolutions, go to department reports.
Mayor, I just wanted to ask the chief regarding Resolution 4, hiring of Rion Martin. Is he like just basic, be an EMT, so we're looking at bringing him on board, and he's going to have to go through the training?
Yes, he's a EMT basic, he's not a paramedic.
But is he already qualified as an EMT, or?
He's qualified as EMT, yes, not a paramedic though. So he would go to fire training.
Okay.
And then if the contract stayed the way it is, one person has to go to medical school. We're still down to medic. So, I do plan on sending Bryce to medical school. That starts January. That'll be our next meetings. So if Bryce goes, then Ryan would not need to go. So we're kind of in uncharted waters, if that makes sense, because we've never hired and then had to send someone to medical school. But the times are here where our last couple hires have been doing that, so it's different. But yeah, I mean, the civil service list, not a lot of people taking firefighter tests. So we actually only 3 people on this list were qualified to interview. Only 3 people had their EMT. All the others didn't even have EMT basic. So out of those 3, this was the individual selected.
Hiring this individual, where would that put you staff-wise?
That would put us back to 12 full staff where we should be.
So it's a 1-to-1, one in, one
Yeah, it's the one that we've been down. Remember, we hired an individual a couple months back.
Yeah.
He was disqualified in the physical through civil service, which that's why that process exists. But it's for that position,
Okay.
right? The longer we wait, the worse it's just gonna get for us, right? I mean, I get it, this individual's not a plug and play. I gotta send him to fire school, I gotta send him to medical school potentially. It's not plug and play, but the longer we wait, it's the longer we incur overtime because we're down a firefighter, the longer these guys are getting tired, and so it's a domino effect. So it's really imperative that we get back to full staffing.
How's the overtime been over the last 2 months?
The overtime's been bad, especially in the summer. It's starting to curve off. I just did work period 12s, which is the month of November. We don't have any overtime. I was able to get very creative with the schedule and move people's shift, and it's been nice because the firefighters have been accommodating to that. When I asked them, hey, look, if I can move your shift here, I know it's not your normal 4 days off, they've been accommodating to that, so we've been lucky.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, speaking of that, we might as well go into your report, what you got for us. I know you got a big event tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're doing a September 11th ceremony at 10:30 in front of the fire station. We've only done one before now. It's been the 20-year one, so we did one 4 years ago. So our plan is to do one this year and then do one again next year for the 25th anniversary. So if you're available, come on out, invite your departments. We received our new engine 16 came. It's kind of it has not been advertised because it's going back out. It's here for us to check everything over, say where we want the tools mounted, all that stuff, and then it's gonna go back out to Empire, which is up in Niagara Falls, to get that work. So when it's back finally in service, I'll announce that. But if you're interested in looking at it, feel free to stop by. We can show it to you. I also wanted to talk about the bank stabilization project. I think this is a good time to talk about it in the workshop. I got an email from an individual named Cassandra, I think it's the same one that you met with, basically requesting to meet with me to ask what my vision was. So I wanted to have that conversation of, whose vision is it? Because is it my vision? Is it, I don't want to tell her something that's going to contradict what the hopes of the board is. I only have one concern and one concern only. I really don't care what happens back there. My concern is who's going to pay for it 5 years from now when something happens. Because we have a wall outside the firehouse that is crumbling, and I've asked for it to be fixed for 3 years, and I've been told that no every single time because we don't have money. So when something happens to that, or the dock that they want to put there or whatever, is that on the village? Is that on the county? That's my question.
I asked the same question when they were here about that wall, noting that. And they're not going to touch that wall, unfortunately, but the mayor did mention something about talking to the state.
We had several conversations over the course of the last 2 weeks with new sources of money. So that's on my list, is the crumbling wall. So, because it's also on the list of the people that live on the other side as well. So, we want to make sure that we address that. I believe, Scott, it's the one you and I were talking about that is actually a state wall, I believe.
They did the bridge, they did that.
Yeah.
I've gotten estimates multiple times to fix it.
Yeah, and they are in town, so I dropped a phone call to Frank late yesterday about that and see what we can get going. But there's several new sources of revenue that we have to tap into, so we are going to address that. But the question would be, once it's placed there for us, I believe it becomes ours. So.
And just to let you know, they wouldn't be putting a boat in the water or anything like that down there. All it is a path to be able to walk down and fish.
They are going to have a raised platform.
They will be fixing,
but it's just,
right.
it's a minor one.
It's not a boat launch.
No.
Probably,
No,
right?
not at all.
And they are working on the possibility of having an entrance that would become the first handicap fly fishing entrance ever. And we'd be able to have that to boast on our village so that visitors who do come to fish would have the availability to do that. There's been projections of it, but again, we certainly would see drawings and everything before they go down that road. Right now, that's not on the table, but it was discussed the other day.
She's looking
So
into a
she's
design
looking
for
into
that.
it. There's a design for it. It's an easy access into the water. It's not, I guess my concern would be little kids, but there's no little kids back there. And there's certainly 100 places that kid's gonna enter the creek from everywhere. So there will be a small dock. There would be the entrance into the water itself. And again, that's why we want to do the presentation so everybody can see it. So go ahead and have your meeting. The vision is to draw, we talked with Alberto Ray and we talked with Jim Joy, and we do have a lot of fishermen that come into the community. There's development. I've been working with the state on identifying 7 different areas that can be deemed fishing areas on Canada Creek. Probably 5 of them will come to fruition based on the discussions I've had with them. And, you know, obviously we have to approve plans for those. But it's designed to attract more sport fishermen here. And catch and release, which we would have to apply for through New York State, because the feeling is the type of fish that come through Canada Creek are very valuable to fishermen, and a pro fisherman can come in here and basically empty out this creek in a matter of a few days. So the catch and release program allows sport fishermen to come in, have some fun, and keep that the creek stocked.
I understand, though, Josh, where you're coming from. You'd like to know a little bit more about that because it's directly right by the fire hall there. Have you been able to talk to Cassandra?
We're meeting today.
Okay, great.
3 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
So I had to come down with you if you want.
Yeah, because how it was initially pitched, when this first got brought up, is just a fishing access point. There really
Right.
wouldn't be a need for parking because there's the municipal lot across the street there.
Right.
So if that's changed, again, I'm not saying I really have a problem with it. I just kind of want to know what.
Well,
to
you should be
expect.
able to understand what's going on. I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, and then the last thing I have is I submitted my report, you see that. A lot of calls in August, 162 calls. Received 43,000 in revenue for the EMS building, and then another 7,000 was assigned to the collections agency we use for EMS building, so that's for the month of August. That's all I have. Any questions?
You got you sent a copy of that to the town, correct?
The town was, when I emailed it to Alyssa, I emailed it to the town clerk as well. And she acknowledged that.
Did they have any questions, or did they have time to look it over yet?
Just acknowledge thanking me for it. No questions or anything.
All right.
Josh, regarding EMS billing,
Yes.
how is that working for you right now?
Working good.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm very happy. We switched billing companies, I think 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with them. Dialogue with them is great. Any questions I have, they entertain same day. I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Any specific question or?
Well, I mean, in the past, there's been a real shortfall in, you know, the expected revenue returns, right? I mean, can you track that now?
Yeah, so I'm doing monthly reports now. That's actually about 4 months ago, I changed my report that I give to the board, where it actually says what we've collected. So that's to try to help inform, I guess would be a good word,
Okay.
just to help keep you guys informed of where we're at. But yeah, at any point, I can submit where we're at for the year. I can submit anything
Okay.
for the board. Is everyone paying their bills? No, right? But we're doing really good. It's really cost recovery, right? It's
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
It's soft billing, right? We're not beating on people's door when they don't pay the bill or anything, but we're on target to, we budgeted 550,000 this year. We're on target for that. I personally think we're exceeded, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're on target to hit our anticipated number that we budgeted for.
You know, and I think not only the board, but the general public has to keep in mind, you know, when you talk about the national projection, rural hospitals, rural medical groups, rural EMT and medic teams are suffering from this right now. So any changes to Medicare and Medicaid are going to be reflected here. We have, at one point, I'm sure it's higher at this point, 24% poverty rate just in the village, and at least a 24% poverty rate in the city of Dunkirk, and around that much with regards to the entire county. And any changes that continue to be made and what people don't have, you're not going to see that money. So in some cases, medical emergency response is whatever the insurance pays at this point. And would you agree with that, Chief?
Yeah, for Medicaid, Medicare, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a, I could find out the exact number, but that's a majority of our payers is Medicaid, Medicare.
Right.
Not private insurance. We do have a good We do have a good mix of private insurance, higher than other surrounding areas, but, you know, majority is Medicaid, Medicare. Also, I don't know if you guys are tracking or not, but there is legislation out there, it's going through the approval process, that EMS is most likely going to become an essential service. Right, so police and fire right now are essential service. EMS has been in that approval process, and when that comes out, then that's also going to be an essential service. So we're already ahead of the curveball, but other communities are going to be behind it.
And also keep in mind for our taxpayers that when they respond, the only thing you're paying for is what your insurance pays for. Correct, for Village residents?
Correct, the village
Yeah.
residents, we just cost recovery what their insurance pays. They do not get they don't even get a copay. There's a box that we check during the patient care report that says, are they a village resident or are they not? And that drives the billing company to do that behind the scenes work.
Okay, thank you. Police Department.
I have nothing today.
Code enforcement is a conference, wastewater treatment plant.
We have been working on the maintenance of the plant drainage, keeping up with that, and Molly is working on fabricating the supports for the screw pump number 3 repairs. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Again, have we been able to secure any estimates on the acid tanks and all? I know it's not happening right now, but we need to know what we're gonna be up against.
The work on that would be, I believe we're doing repairs to it, but the major part of that project would be when we, for the engineering grant that we received, it's gonna be a part of that.
Okay,
Is our main focus on that.
super. Appreciate it. Thank you. Water treatment plant.
We should be hearing from Labella to schedule interviews for the chlorine project in the next few days. I'm waiting on a proposal from Bright Mechanical for repairs on the intake platform. And I did receive a quote for repairing the roof above our filter beds that's leaking in from Jamestown Roofing for some up to $2,500.
Okay. Have you submitted that for approval?
No, I just got it this morning, so
Okay.
I brought it here for as a discussion.
All right.
That seems like a pretty good price.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's something we need to do sooner rather than later, so.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go through the steps, but yeah, you're
I think
correct.
Jamestown Roofing is a really great choice, too.
Where are we with regards to chlorination replacement?
So all the bids were in, now they're just, we're gonna schedule interviews and go through the process and picking someone, and then from there,
Okay.
once we got all the information and the board chooses who they want, then it's on to the next steps.
Good deal. Okay. Recreation Department, any other updates?
Yes, we did receive resumes, and we will be setting up some interviews, and I want to ask Nicole about when she would be available. When would you hope, do you think, Alyssa, that we could start doing that?
As soon as you guys are ready.
I think it's a good idea to do it as soon as we could because of trunk or treat coming up.
Yeah. Next week?
Do you have some openings?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Next week is my long week. I could
Oh,
do
is it?
Tuesday. Tuesday's my only day, and then the week after I have more.
Okay.
I have 3 days open next week.
I mean, it's totally up to you. If you wanted to, I could fill in for Nicole on those, but
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
There's still more than a month till trunk or
Yeah.
treat.
Well, no, but I spoke with Kayla, and she said it's imperative to get it going now. Because last year, when she had, this position, that she started on it right now.
It's not so much the
ordering
candy
things.
aspect of it
No,
as it is the
it's just-
organization invitations to
Exactly.
participate.
People
Right.
notified. and-
Yeah.
So if we could do Tuesday, that would be great.
Tuesday, the 16th, correct?
Yeah. Otherwise, the following week I have Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Okay, I'd like to choose the 16th date, and we could start, like, at 10 a.m., say?
Yeah, that's fine.
Does that sound good? What do you think?
One of the, like, the one is a teacher, so.
Oh,
Afternoon.
maybe afternoon, 4, 4:30,
I would say probably
4? Okay.
if that works.
That,
So
how
do
does
we
that
want
sound to
to,
you?
how many applicants do we have?
3.
So do we want to start at 3 then? Do 3, 3:30, and 4?
Right, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. DPW,
I got a Route 20 update. They're gonna start milling next Monday, the 22nd. That should take about a week. And then paving will follow. The 29th we'll start paving. That'll take about a week as well, so by, the first part of October, everything should be wrapped up on Main Street.
excellent. I keep asking this question, but I'm gonna ask the question. Any updates on Water Street?
No.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I did want to mention that if you can get to Temple Street, everything's getting washed out there from everybody driving over the road,
Patches work, yep.
where you had to dig up the road.
Yes, we've been busy digging them up still. We've had a lot of water breaks. We're on Central today patching, and our plan is to continue down Temple.
If you could get to that soon, that would be appreciated by a lot of people.
And just to remind the general public, because things like this tend to go off in 50 different directions, water main breaks have nothing to do with the current or future water treatment plant or water distribution system. It's totally separate issues. A lot of it is weather related, a lot of it is age related. And no matter what happens water-wise, you will still have water main breaks until those lines are replaced. Yeah, so two entirely separate situations. And then you talked about Gardner as well at this point, so it's still on target. Okay.
Yes, hoping to pave Gardner before winter time.
Okay.
I don't have a date for you, but if I had to guess, I would say, mid-October.
Okay, thank you.
Scott, what is your observation, assessments of the bump outs on Route 20 here in the village? The DEC is,
The bump
or
outs.
the DOT is, for the crosswalks?
Well, I mean, I think they're designed for pedestrian safety, that's why they're there.
Yes.
Are they gonna be difficult to plow around? Yes. I guess there's a trade-off, pedestrian
Right.
safety and
Right.
and how hard they to plow around, yeah. I mean, we've had them down through the center of town for years now. Again,
We had another question about the one in front of the school. It is
Right.
not becoming elongated. What you see is what it is. It's a safe spot because they have a flashing light in front of the school for kids to cross.
Right.
And as we talk about every week, there's many people that don't pay attention to lights, don't pay attention to anything. That spot has a build-up curve so that a child or a teacher can stand in the middle of that and hopefully be a little safe from people that don't tend to follow the law. But it's not going to be expanded beyond that point. It's not going to be larger. What you see right there right now is just a safe island for crossing from point A to point B. So if everybody stops, somebody should be able to walk across the street without having to utilize that island. But that's why it is there. And yes, there's a curb on it. So, not a curb,
And
but it's elevated.
my concern was about snow removal in that
Yeah.
area. If they can't drive the sidewalk plow through there, they might have to shovel it out, is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because is that our responsibility to keep that clear?
Down by the school?
Or is it the state?
Down by the school, you mean?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
the sidewalks?
No, in the middle of the road.
She's talking about in the middle.
The safe
of the
island.
Right, the
Median,
safe island.
I
Yeah,
believe our
because you can't
guys
plow.
have gone,
Right.
when they do the sidewalk, and then cut across and
Our
down.
plow will
Will
turn
it
around
fit?
that, you know, it's gonna be added to the roof.
Just make sure it fits and you're not busting up the
That's why
snowplow.
God made shovels, well, you
Yeah,
know,
that's what that was my point.
I'm not sure God made
As far as
shovels.
sidewalks go, it's the owner's responsibility to clear their sidewalk. You know,
Right.
we clear all our sidewalks, we, you know, shovel ours and salt them, and we do plow the village streets as a courtesy. But as far as saying it's gonna be shoveled every storm, I mean,
But that's what I'm concerned about, right?
Yeah, no, I.
Whose
I-
responsibility is it then?
Yeah, I mean, the state plows it. I don't
Would the
know
state
if they would
go out with a
do-
shovel?
That's what I'm saying, I don't know if they would clear that, I
Yeah,
don't know.
the space is about as wide as both these desks, and that's it.
Right,
So
well, if-
I doubt highly the state's gonna jump out and
If it's
plow.
going to be a safe spot, I want to clear it of snow, is my
Well,
point.
perhaps the school can help.
What do they
Well, we'll
do
keep an eye on it.
with the spots around the roundabout? Do they do anything with? No?
It just goes right around it.
they do not get plowed.
Yeah.
Like I said, our sidewalk plow goes out Route 20. I will have them go through there to turn around, so it'll be plowed.
Will they have enough width there to get through?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Right,
it's
if I-
as
Sidewalk
wide
falls in.
as it's as wide as the crosswalk, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about too. Okay.
Also, a lot of compliments about the paving this summer, so
Chestnut,
please,
yeah, turned out really good.
please send our congratulations out to everybody. Any other new business?
Well, I guess if we're going to change the meeting date or cancel the Monday's meeting, we need to kind of agree to do that right now.
Yeah, I think it should be fine at this point. Do we need a resolution for that?
No.
Okay.
So cancel and then what?
Next meeting will be
Wait.
the 29th.
It'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
September 20th?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the workshop.
And we'll have a
still
workshop in
remaining,
between,
you
yeah.
know. As far as the meeting tonight, does anybody have anything that they want to discuss about the resolutions that are on? Any questions about any resolutions?
We want to remind the public the meeting is a regular meeting, so we'll be conducting the agenda business for tonight. So it's not strictly a water meeting. There are a lot of things that we have to discuss tonight, so it will be a general meeting. And there will be a public portion with the 3-minute time limit, which has been in place for over 15 years. So that is at the Opera House tonight and begins at 6 o'clock. So we welcome the public to attend if you so desire.
Then we're going to add
Sure.
those two resolutions.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to remind the public that, as Chief mentioned, tomorrow morning at 10:30 at the Fire Hall. Will that be by the new monument area?
No, out front, yes.
Out front. General public is welcome. Is it 9/11 Memorial, the 24th year? Since 9/11, hard to believe that it's 24 years have gone by that quickly. It's a great way for us to remember the men and women that paid the ultimate sacrifice on that very sad day. So hopefully we never have to go through that again. So that's 10:30 in front of the Fredonia Fire Hall on Main Street in the village. Any old business to discuss?
Where we need to get an easement to access that 58 acres for Bradford Lumber. There's a resident that we're going to try to get hold of, and he's working with one of the utility companies.
Yeah, got another phone call in to them as well.
Okay,
Will
good.
that be placed on the agenda again for a vote?
Not until we get the easement, so we know we can get to it, and then the contract that he sent us didn't have, they need to add some information to that contract, like how many trees they've marked, how much they're paying per tree.
There needs to be more
what the total-
information on that.
Yeah,
That's
and-
what I
and
thought.
he acknowledges
Yeah.
that, he's just waiting to get, He's just waiting to, ensure that they have access to that parcel, which is 850 yards away from the reservoir. It's a small 58-acre parcel, and the maps were in the handouts that were distributed a couple weeks ago.
Another thing under old business is we have 40 acres of land in Casadega that we're paying taxes on, and we're doing virtually nothing with it. It was a help to us back when we had to get water from Casadega Lake, but we're not allowed to do that anymore. Casadega isn't using their lake for water anymore. So with that, I'm wondering if we can't sell that property, recoup some of that money. And Scott, unless you think there's a purpose for us to hang on to those 40 acres, it really doesn't make much sense for the Village of Fredonia to be owning 40 acres of unused land when we have a deficit in our
Are you
budget.
talking about Glasgow Road?
It's all wetlands, right?
That's, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Can we
You're not
also-
gonna get much for it.
Well,
We're not gonna
yeah,
get much
so-
for it, but we're paying for it.
Right, but there
kinda
are
silly.
things that we can get for having like non-developed land, I would think, and preserving wetlands. Can you look into that?
Or I would be interested in maybe donating it to the
Conservancy.
Conservancy.
Yeah.
Or listen, I'll call Twan Leanders.
See if we're eligible
Conservancy
for
and see what
anything
they-
first.
Sam
Yeah.
from Bradford Lumber looked at that 40 acres, and he said there's nothing in there that they would want.
Okay. Yeah, that's all.
So it's,
And yet we pay taxes on
Yeah.
it, so.
So, but we should, I mean,
Yeah.
if we're preserving wetlands and whatever, a lot of times,
Yeah.
there's credits that you can get.
Why do
for
we
that.
pay taxes on it?
Correct? Listen?
Because we-
Yeah.
We do?
Because we.
We own it.
Because we own it.
We own it, and it's not in Fredonia, it's in another municipality.
And it's been that way for years, so instead of slamming our hand in the car door over and over, let's finally do something about it.
Yeah.
Would that be the
Let's
town of
definitely do
Pomfret or
something.
the Village of Casadega?
okay.
Town of Pomfret?
Yeah. So, all right, then I will call Twan Leanders and start talking to him about that, and of course inform Supervisor Pecos of that discussion as well. Anything else under old business? If not, I ask for a motion to adjourn, reminding everybody of the 6 o'clock meeting tonight in the Opera House.
I'll make that
I know we don't
motion.
need an emotion, I'm asking for one, because I like it.
Yeah.
I like hearing from you all. Can I have a second?
Second.
Trustee Wendell.
Aye.
Trustee Twitchell.
Aye.
Trustee Syracuse.
Aye.
Trustee Brockler.
Aye.
And last but not least, Trustee Esperson.
Aye.
Thank you.